Hi everyone, welcome to another video, and today I want to talk about how to have more positive thoughts or just be more positive in general. And I think this is the most important thing that we can do for ourselves in order to live happier lives. And never in history of time we've ever been so privileged, and we have access to everything, we have everything, but somehow we are still so depressed and stressed and anxious and sad. Obviously, I know that this is not everyone is feeling this way or going through this, but in general, a lot of people are going through these things. And what I realize is that the problem is not in what's happening to us or what someone is doing to us to make us feel that way. The problem is what we think about what's happening to us or someone is doing to us. So there are two different things. One is pain and another one is suffering. Okay, so pain is something that we all have to go through in life. It's impossible to go through life without experiencing pain, and there's a huge variety of things that could cause us pain. But suffering is something different. Suffering is about your perspective, and suffering is also about the constant thinking about it, the replaying of those scenarios, those failed scenarios in your head, and you hurting yourself over and over again by thinking about those things. Okay, because if something happens to you or someone does something to you that causes you pain, that is incredibly hurtful. But when you choose to continue think about it and just be in that mind space for I don't know how long, it's not that person or that situation hurting you anymore, it's yourself. You're the one hurting yourself by doing that to you. Okay, so I always like to use this example, and this is to explain how actually everything that happens to you is a neutral situation. So imagine that someone loses their job, okay, and one person that loses their job might be pretty devastated and look at that situation as the worst thing that could have happened, just feel worried and think, oh my God, like what if I don't find another job, or how am I going to pay for rent next month, and just all sorts of negative things. And someone else might go through the exact same thing and think, oh, well, at least now I have a lot of free time to do what I really want to do. I might start my own business. I can just do whatever I want, okay? So two different people can have two completely different perspectives about the same thing, because that thing is neutral, is neither good or bad, okay? So in everything that happens in life to you, you can choose how you're going to look at that situation, okay? So this doesn't mean that when you choose to look at the good side of something that you completely ignore the bad, okay? So this is when something happens to you that hurts you, you acknowledge that, okay? You look at it, okay, this thing was pretty painful, but you transmute that pain, okay? So you choose to release it, okay? Because when you let or when you allow something or someone else to hurt you, make you feel a certain way, you're giving your power away, okay? Because you're letting something or someone else dictate how you're going to feel, okay? So you can take that power back and you can be the one to decide how you feel and what you're going to do with what you feel, okay? So the secret is you taking your power back and you deciding that you're the one to make that decision, okay? Whatever happened to you, it has happened, okay? So you can choose to stay in a victim mentality, continuously thinking, why did this happen to me? Why did that person treat me that way? I did not deserve this. This is horrible. And again, constantly thinking about it, hurting yourself over and over again. Or you can look at what happened to you and choose, okay, well, this was pretty painful, but I'm going to use this to learn, to expand, to grow, and then I'm going to choose to still be happy, Okay, still have positive thoughts, because okay, this was painful, but I did take something pretty good from it, which is my own development, my own expansion and growth as a person. Okay, next time I'll know how to navigate the situation differently. Next time I'm not going to give my power away. Okay, so everything is neutral, and you can choose to look at the bad or the good. Okay, you don't have to ignore one or the other, but you have the power to focus on one thing or another. Okay, the power is always with you. Okay, and you can always decide how you want to look at something. Obviously, this is not super easy, otherwise everyone would do it all the time. And I know that because I used to be pretty negative. I used to be very, very anxious and actually depressed. But the more I began to do things this way, the easier it becomes. You become more resilient. You start to pick yourself up again or pull yourself together again much quicker when something bad happens, okay? So again, the message that I want to put out there is that the idea of being positive or having positive thoughts in order to be happier is about realizing that the power is yours. The power is not on anything, anyone, any situation, okay? The power is always yours, and you can take it and you can choose what to do with it, okay? So this was the message. I really hope you enjoyed this, and that was it. Bye.